CentralValleyTalk.com.
All right, we're back on CentralValleyTalk.com. Let's talk business. Let's talk about local drug testing with Rhonda Singh, who's from Central Valley Drug Testing. And yeah, Robbie's here kind of sitting in, but we're going to set him down and let him run around. Rhonda, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
She nicely brought me a little cup. Now,
yes.
What would I possibly do with this little cup, right?
Well, what you would possibly do with that is what we call a random drug test. We do it for local businesses, small businesses in the local area, parents,
Step into the stall and...
Yes, that's what you do.
What's the difference between... That's a urine test, obviously.
Yes, it is.
Is that more accurate or less accurate than a blood test?
They run about the same with the newest technology that's out there. Obviously, blood is going to be a little more thorough and give you a little more accuracy as far as where the cutoffs are.
What do you mean where the cutoffs are?
Where the cutoffs are. There's a certain milligram in the agents that test for how much of the particular drug that you actually have in your system, if you have any.
If you have any.
Right.
Well, don't we all have certain levels of certain things in our bodies?
We do.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So if you're under those, you're okay, but if you're over those...
Exactly.
That's the... okay. So police probably use you, right?
Currently, we do not do any law enforcement.
No law enforcement? Okay.
No law enforcement currently.
But school districts?
School districts do use us.
To test their employees or students?
Both.
Both? Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you have to get parental permission to do the students?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay. But parents also call you up if they think their kid might be doing something?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And our focus really is on the local small businesses. We are privately and locally owned, so that means that all of the money stays local in the Fresno area, and we don't have the big corporate overhead. So we're able to save some of our small businesses some money.
Okay. Do most small businesses want to know? Well, I'm sure they do want to know if their employees are using drugs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, there is. There's a ratio, of probably about 50% of employees that are not tested that would end up in a negligent hiring situation. So, yes, employers, it's a benefit for sure, long-term and short-term.
Sure. And why not be safe and just find out right off the bat, right?
Absolutely.
Are most people honest about, when they're asked, are you using anything?
No.
Knowing that they have a test coming, they'll still deny it, huh?
Yes.
But then the results come back.
And sometimes they still deny it up to that point.
All right, now, do you guys confront the person, or do you just give the results to the person who hired you, to the business too?
There are two ways to report. Some reporting, like we have the newest in technology, which is the e-screen, which directly reports to the provider. This is all the cutting edge technology. It's all electronic based. And then, of course, we have the reporting of the rapid, which the difference is this is electronic. We don't get the results. It goes directly to the employer. The rapid that you have there in front of you, that also goes directly to the employer, but the results are given right then and there, and the client can actually see what the results are.
Yeah. Rapid meaning you know the results instantly?
Instantly.
Wow. Mm-hmm. But now there's 1,000 different drugs out there. How would you know which ones?
That's client-based within our small businesses, what they prefer. Most generally, we do, like DOT regulates that you do the 5 known street drugs, which would be cocaine, methamphetamine, PCPs, methadone, and opiates. And then we also
So there's one test for all 5 of those?
One test for all 5 of those. And then we also do a 10-panel, which not only does the 5 major street drugs, but it also includes the prescription drugs.
So if it comes back positive, how do you know which of the 10 it is?
It will tell you.
Well, really?
We can open that and
we don't
display.
have to open it, but so it'll tell you.
Yes, it has
opiate or whatever.
Yes,
yeah.
It sure does.
Wow. Okay. Are these expensive?
The tests run about $25 to $35 with our company.
Yeah, but if you're hiring a new employee, that's really a small cost to get a good.
You don't want to hire somebody that's potentially.
Yes, that's going to potentially
drugs.
cost you a lot more than the $30 that it cost you to find out whether or not they are using
Yeah.
any kind of a drug.
And that's a business expense. You can write it off.
Yes,
right?
it is.
You always have to think
Absolutely.
of that. Okay. So what other, if any, services do you offer?
We offer DOT physicals. We also offer sports physicals. So all of you out there getting ready for football, come and visit us.
Uh-oh. Is that the turn your head and cough physical?
No,
No,
we
not
don't do
those?
that. You have to go to your doctor for that.
Well, what's the physical you do?
We do just the sports physical to see that they are ready and eligible to play football, baseball, any of the sports that are out there. We do all of the lungs, heart, blood pressure, things of that nature. Make sure that their strength is good. They don't have scoliosis and things like that, but no coughing.
No coughing.
No
Okay.
coughing.
Okay. All right. How can folks find you?
They can find us. We're located at 5649. We are on Palm, just south of Bullard. We also have our email, which is cvtservices01@gmail. And we're also on Facebook under RS Central Valley Drug Testing.
There you go. All right. Rhonda, good seeing you today.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I'll be back in just a minute. Okay?
Okay.
We'll see you later.